My sound was off. It was my mistake. So yes guys, I'm back, just changing off my clothes and back to the stream with Manchester United at Old Trafford, facing in the Europa League round 4 PAOK Thessaloniki FC. The likes of Holland, Fernandes, Garnacho and Amad Diallo has been chosen. Rashford has been dropped. But yes, in the midfields, Casemiro and Ugarte are staying. Whereas on the left backs, Diogo Dalot and Mesut on the right backs. Johnny Evans and Lindelof on the centre backs. That is big change. Van Nistelrooy has made the changes to the squad. Mason Mount back from his injuries can be seen. But yes, Matthias de Ligt and Lisandro Martinez has not been chosen, whereas Onana is that in the goalkeeping positions, whereas the likes of Anthony Zigze as well as Rashford and Whitley not in the first starting lineup. But yes, Harry Maguire, Manu, Lenioro, Luke Shaw, Collier as well as Malaysia are in injuries. But the big news is that Lenioro has been seen on the training grounds and he will be back making his appearances for the Red Giants soon. And yes, those of you who want those links can join our Discord. The description is in the video as well as in the channel description. You can get a watch from there also. This is all about this game which is happening at Old Trafford, and United who are having a stint. I mean, that type of game which Eric Ten Hag just provided. It will be a huge watch to see. Let me just switch this to the lineups. Here it is, the lineup which you can just have a watch over here, and the likes of Holland and Garnacho and Fernandes with Amad Diallo. Can Van Nistelrooy get his second victory? Because of the two games which he has just managed, one a draw and a win. This is the third game which Van Nistelrooy is going to just manage before Ruben Amorim is going to take away the charges. But yes, there are much speculations that both Van Nistelrooy and Ruben Amorim will be there in charge with different sections, taking the role as well as guiding the team to the glories where Sir Alex Ferguson has guided them. So it is a much awaited, because in this season United are very down in the Premier League table, but they have to make some kind of comebacks to be in the Europa League or in the Champions League the next season. They have to be in the top 4 to 5 contenders. So let me put a Q&A over here, that can Manchester United get their victory under Ruben Nistelrooy? Can Manchester United get their victory? Yes, this looks good. This is a game which many would be expecting for Ruben Nistelrooy to get those, because these are the boost ups which is much required, but upsets are there and it can be seen. So here the game starts and it's already 2 minutes. But yes, Garnacho can be seen moving from the left wings. Garnacho trying to find Fernandes, but that was some kind of overpowered shot. So the formation which is definitely Ruud van Nistelrooy is going to keep for is that the 4-2-3-1. He is not going for those three centre back pairings, but it is early, just 2-3 minutes of gameplay into the action, lots to come. Ugarte on the midfield making some passes to Bruno Fernandes. Back to Casemiro. Casemiro is staying deep with the defensive aspects. That is what I like about Casemiro. He has to stay down, he has to stay deep. Because if you expect Casemiro to make those attacking midfield positions or those passes, he is not capable. But yes, defensively he is too strong. That is what Casemiro is capable of, and that is a good decision. Van Nistelrooy, with his legacy and with his tactical abilities, definitely United needs to get back those glories, which is much desired for many seasons. Amad Diallo to the right wings. But do you guys think that Mazarui has just fitted into his positions as well as in the squad? Well, that is Holland into the box. No, denied. Miss pass. Mazarui. Bruno Fernandes. Mazarui again. It is a hell lot of job for Mazarui to play on the attacking midfields. But yes, if he is going for those inverted right backs, he will definitely do good. Missouri on that transfer from Bayern this season, as well as that of Matthias Delete getting his transfer to United. They are doing their job not that good, which was expected. They have to yield more. United wants more. United needs more. That was a shot. It was a goal conceded by United so early. Damn, is United going to concede so early? No, that was some sort of deflection from Casemiro. He just saves it. He saves it somehow. What is in store for United now? Both the teams are trying to settle, but United are looking for those goals. Can they just have it? Because those opportunities will definitely give them that boost which is required. Because team is really too down with energy as well as those characters. United are lacking some sort of composure in the midfield with the passes. But yes, Johnny Evans and in of the experienced defenders. Has United got any chances of scoring? No shots being made. Still, United hasn't got a single shot on goal. It's already 10 minutes of gameplay over. So yes, now the Red Giants they are going with those three centre back pairings. That is what is the new tactical aspect from Van Nistelrooy. Yes, that is Diogo Dalot. He has moved into the box. No, again denied. Talking about the other team, PAOK Thessaloniki FC. I mean, from Greece. Looking on the table, they are at the second spot with 6 wins, and Aris Thessaloniki is at the top of the Greece table. The opposition's PAOK Thessaloniki is on the second spot. That was Fernandez there in the box, but Garnacho has wasted. Garnacho has wasted another chance. Garnacho, I don't expect him to be at United for the next season. Garnacho has wasted. Just look at that scoring opportunity. I mean, what is Garnacho doing? He has wasted that chance. That is a corner being taken. Bruno. Oof, that corner was a hell shot. There was no lofted, nothing to that. And yes, guys, those of you who are watching this stream, do give us those like, those subscribe moment, because those really gives us that boost. So what do you guys think? Can United get this victory over here? I mean, the way they are playing, they are not looking lethal. They are just giving away those opportunities. I mean, so far. Tottenham getting those setbacks, that was some sort of, I mean, Guardiola must have been having those moments which he was expecting, because Tottenham gave those setbacks to Manchester City with them and injured, not being able to play that game. And yes, with the absence of Christian Romero, Richarlison, as well as Van de Ven, that was that moment which costed Postecoglou to lose against Galatasaray. Amad Diallo, that is a penalty. No corner being given. What a referee decision is. That tackle was inside the box. I mean, Petescu, the referee, what a decision that is. Just look at that tackle. That was a penalty against Amad Diallo. Look at that fall which Amad Diallo had. Van Nistelrooy is also dumbstruck. That refereeing should have been decent. They should have gone for those opportunities for the VR to consult. Whereas Chelsea on the other side against FC Noah, they have scored twice. Chelsea has scored twice, and yes, Lazio facing against FC Porto, that is still a draw over there. But Chelsea scoring thrice. In 18 minutes, Chelsea has scored thrice. Just look at that score sheet, guys. Chelsea has scored thrice. But what is United doing over here? They are doing those shitty, gritty moments with those attacks, with the likes of Garnacho not being stable in the team. Dalot, Fernandez, Mazaroi, Lindelof. Evans, that was some Holland moment. Again, a miss, but that was close. That was a close moment. That was a close moment. Holland tried to get that header, but he just couldn't have that good touch to it. What is in store for Old Trafford today? What is going to happen, guys? Are they going to get that win? Will they just keep the name of Van Nistelrooy high up on their legendary aspects? That is a must watch. Amad Diallo on the edge of the box, left footer, no, tracks back to Mazraoui. Again, some sort of hasty and wasted decisions being made on the attacking aspects. Oof. So, guys, I mean, do you think that Mazrui is has just fitted to the team good? Do you think that Mazrui has been a fit to the team so far on the right back aspects? Evans one on one against, but yes, that is Dalot. He has to make those clearances. Bruno, that was some sort of late touch. Ugarte to Garnacho. There is Holland, Dalo, as well as Dalot. Dalot, no. Attacks are not looking good in the build up for United. Let me tell you clearly, this has nothing to do with Van Nistelrooy. He has made those things. Just look at that. Chelsea is scoring 4 goals in 20 minutes. What is that happening? Guai, Disasi, Felix, Abaradayo. What is happening? Chelsea is having a good stunt at the Stamford Bridge. But what is in store for the Old Trafford? Just look at that scoreline. Chelsea scoring 4 goals in the first 20 minutes. Do you think, guys, that was a penalty which Manchester United has been denied? That tackle to Amad Diallo, or was that a safe tackle? Because nothing was given, nor a foul with that tackle inside the box. Just look at Casemiro. That is what I'm talking about. He is good on the defensive aspects. Let him stay on the center backs or the defensive midfields. He will do those aggressive press and he will make the defense strong. But if you demand him to move high up on the pitch, that is a big mistake you will be doing. And upon Van Nistelrooy taking on the charges, he has kept Casemiro down on the defense most of the times, whereas Ugarte has been seen moving high up on the pitch. Mazraoui to Diallo. Woo! What is that movement? I mean, just look at Johnny Evans. He makes that move. So, yes, what is being said is that Johnny Evans, with his association with the Glazer family, I think United are going to concede, man. United are definitely going to concede. In the midfield, there is no gameplay. Both the teams are just looking for those attacks with getting each players for the other from the other team outnumbered. That is what is only happening. So there are fans from this Greece team. I mean, they are just witnessing that, and they have moved to Old Trafford to watch this. And yes, they have got 2 shots, whereas United has got only 3 shots. That is crazy. The PAOK Thessaloniki, just look at these stats. I mean, Stefan Schwab is the player with the top scorer, as well as Despodov. He is the top assist maker. So they have got their player who is not yet in the first lineup. Kirill Despodov, he will make his move in the second half and he can be lethal. He is that goal scoring machine from PAOK Thessaloniki FC from Greece, and this club is on the second position of their Greece table. Lindelof and Evans to Onana. Just look at this midfield combination of Casemiro and Ugarte. They are staying so close to each other. I mean, to whom Onana is going to make that pass? Just look at those positioning of Casemiro and Ugarte. This is not happening. In the midfield, both of them are staying so close to each other. Bruno to Casemiro. Oh my God, Casemiro, can he get that goal? He is all a goal scoring machine, but don't expect goals from this player. Stay him on the defensive midfield, stay him on the center backs. He is a monster at those positions. Why do you want Casemiro to be on the attacking aspects? You have got so many players. I mean, this trend of Casemiro at times is some sort of fluidity which the Uniteds must be having, but that can be dangerous for their defensive aspects. So yes, with two centre backs and Casemiro moving up, it can be seen that there is some sort of box formation with two centre backs and Ugarte along with the likes of Lindelof making those box. But yes, this box is not available when Casemiro is staying high on the pitch. That is definitely a big concern. Ugarte trying to find Holland, but that was some sort of mispass. So, do you guys think that Ruben Amorim can make changes with this squad, or he needs those winter transfers to come early? Because I don't think that Ruben Amorim can bring some type of characters to be developed in the squad which will be fruitful. He has to go for those transfers, especially on the wingers. He has to get those changes because these wingers, Amar Diallo, he hasn't got that time so much. But talking about Garnacho as well as Antony, you have to make those changes because Manchester United, with their stats, it is clear that Garnacho is the top scorer with only 2 goals. And just look at it, guys. In the Premier League, a total of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 goals which United has scored. Amar Diallo, Zirkzee, Mathis de Ligt, Holland, Bruno Fernandes. Holland being the striker has scored once, whereas Garnacho has 2 goals, and that is what the story of the United from the Old Trafford is in the Premier League. So Ruben Amorim, what is he going to do? We have made a detailed video of that. You can check on the playlist. It has been under that playlist we have created on our vlogs playlist. It is available. You can get a check over there. Bruno Fernandes outside the box. Garnacho, Diallo, no, denied again. Thank God Garnacho made a pass. But this is what happening at United for this season. Whenever their forwards are making those runs, I can see them only making passes but not going for those scoring opportunities. Whereas Garnacho in the previous game, he was having those shots just like baby on the field. Bruno with that corner, and no, denied. So yes, when Johnny Evans is playing on these center backs, there are likes that, I mean, Casemiro can make those moves, but there has to be one of the defenders along with Lindelof definitely need to be staying, because staying with two defense, that will be a huge mistake. So the fans of PAOK Thessaloniki FC are singing at Old Trafford, but how long are they going to sing like this? Are they going to go back home singing or with a loss? Or is that the way back for the United fans? Just look at it. Garnacho is not even running. Just look at his lame pressing. He's not even going for those press also. I find no good in this. I really definitely find no good in this. They have got a good tactical ability, but in their creative aspects from the players, not good at all. Garnacho again to the left wings. What a touch is he doing? Just look at that touch from Garnacho. Do you guys think that Garnacho, I mean, can he play in the senior club? I mean, in the senior team, or he still needs to go for those under 19 or under 18 team to get those playmaking good and learn and then come back. Bruno Fernandes to Diallo to the right wings, but whom do he pass? Only Mazuri and Holland are there. Ugarte to Dalot, Garnacho, only two United players inside the box. Now Fernandes has just dropped in, but that was a clearance. The need of that first goal is much required for the United players. Both the teams are looking dried up of their energy. But yes, some passes from Onana are definitely going bit wide and nowhere near the wingers. And every time he is looking for Garnacho, why is he not going for Amar Diallo? That is what the concern is. You have to make those moves. Things are not easy peasy for United this season. I mean, these players are so tough to pronounce. It really gets too difficult. Can United get their domination? Will it start, or is it going to be the late January transfers where that will be seen? Everywhere you look, it is only about Eric Ten Hag. I mean, no way it is that how the teams are going to perform. That is somewhat is not much desired. Damn, that was a scoring opportunity. Onana saved it. Onana has rescued again. Onana has rescued this. Thank God he got a touch to it. I thought it would have been just. Damn, I can't watch this. Onana made a good save. Onana really made a good save. That was a good save. Thank God Onana got a touch to it. I thought it would have just gone straight. That was a good save from Onana. Thank God he has saved it. Thank God. What a save that was. And Onana has just prevented United from conceding that goal. 39 minutes of gameplay, but yes, no scoring from neither of the teams. How can this build up prevent, guys? Just tell me that how can this build up look lethal? This team is really looking lack of composure. And this is that new 17-year-old who has been into this Europa League fixture, who has been added, and it's physical art. He is the new man in the startup. Do you think that Fitzgerald is going to make his move into the squad? What are the options? Definitely Van Nistelrooy will try. I mean, in such a situation where your forwards are not doing good, would you like to play Mathis Delict on the striking positions? Dang it. But yes, Mason Mount is back from injuries, as well as the likes of Zirkzee, Rashford, and Anthony is there, but they haven't got that time in this season. What is in store for that? Chelsea has scored 5 goals. Just look at that score line. Chelsea has scored 5 goals. That is huge. I mean, Stamford Bridge, they are having a feast. There is a feast going on over at Stamford Bridge. They have scored 5 goals. Damn, that is the sixth goal. Chelsea has scored their sixth goal. Oh my god. And it's not even the first half is over. In 42 minutes, Felix scoring twice, Adrabeo once, Guy once, Dezazi once, Modric once. I mean, Chelsea scoring so many goals, but yes, United playing over here is looking so shit, so damn shit. But on the defensive aspects, if you talk about it, United in the previous match they played well, and yes, in this game also United doing on the defensive aspect they are doing good. I mean, what they have performed in this season in the Premier League or in the EFL or the Carabao, they have done good. They had done good against Chelsea in the previous game, but that was a draw from the defensive aspects. But yes, from the attacking aspects against Chelsea, United's game was bit down, nowhere near the nets to be scored. But there were many opportunities inside the box, nothing could be done. So these are the three games where Van Nistelrooy is in charge. One win, one draw against Chelsea, and that is PAOK on the attack. And talking about PAOK, they are the team who are at the second position. The ball was inside the box, but finally that was a clearance. It was Garnacho getting that clearance. It is 44 minutes, just 1 minute left for this first half to end. Hope it goes with no goals, and in the second half, it will be seen. Just look at it. PAOK players are gaining those momentum in the midfield. Casemiro, Garnacho, these are the moments. Give that pass, man. What is that pass from Garnacho? Just look at it. You don't expect a player to play like that. Get Garnacho down to the under 19 or the under 17 team. That is the position he will definitely do good. Diallo to the right wings. Lindelof, Dalot, Garnacho, finding Casemiro. Again a missed pass. I mean, this is the game you are playing at Old Trafford. Let me tell you clearly, if you guys are playing at your home at the Old Trafford like this, then what are you going to play for those away matches? A huge confidence boost up is required by this team, and for that they have to win matches to get that momentum. So Ruben Amorim coming to the squad, will that be this squad or is he going to shuffle up everything in the January transfers? But will Ineos give that support? What? Nothing is doing good. The referee is about to blow his whistle. Yes, he has done. That is the end of the first half. 1 minutes were added, and yes, there were no opportunities for at least United to get that, whereas they got 4 shots. And just look at this stat, man. How can you just deny what is going in this game? I mean, the total number of the last shot which was made was in the 39th minute. That was a left footer from that PAOK player, Kamara. Kamara again in the 6th minute, Zivkovic. Garnacho in the 14th minute, that was a block. Garnacho again, Holland, only 3 shots, and that was Casemiro with the fourth. Just look at this stat, guys. 4 shots only and one on target, whereas POK has total number of 6 shots. These stats tell about your team, that what you are doing and how you are playing. There is nothing you can talk about. You have to get those things good, otherwise just get kicked off from the team. Play in those under 21s, I mean under 19s, under 18, get those boost up and then come back again. Apart from that, there is nothing. But just look at this stat from Chelsea. I mean, FC Noah is the team. Just look at this table. At Armenia, they are at the fourth position. So not there were not much expectations from FC Noah. But yes, this is what Chelsea has been doing under Enzo Maresca. They have scored 6 goals, half a dozen of goals in the first half against a team. That is embarrassing. The lineup is that of Modric, Felix, Nkunku, George, Guy, Fernandez, 3 assists. Stamford Bridge is roaring, guys. Stamford Bridge is roaring. Enzo Maresca is doing his job good. Stamford Bridge is roaring, but what will happen at Manchester United? What is going to be the score sheet? I mean, how can you get goals over here? A total of, just look at it, 5 shots compared to this. The stats are speaking all about this. This is all about this game. I mean, look at those scoring opportunities over here. POK got those from the edge of the box, while 3 shots from United were from inside the box. It is damn looking pathetic, man. It is looking damn pathetic. Yes, Lazio against Porto. Lazio has scored, and that was that upset moment where Tottenham got defeated by the Turkish giants Galatasaray. Karabakh and Ajax. That was the game also. But just look at the table over here. Lazio with this win against FC Porto, they have crawled to the top. Ajax 3 goals up against Karabakh, they are at the top. Galatasaray with today's win on the third, while as Frankfurt with today's win on the fourth. So this is the table over here. Just look at it. All most of the teams have played their fourth game. Yes, it has been completed. Today was the match day, round 4, and this is the Europa League table going to stand. And in this table, look at where Manchester United is there. It is at the number 21. I mean, 4 games, 4 draws, not a win, not a loss. But what is this Karabakh is doing? Karabakh was playing good the previous season, whereas Dynamo KIV as well as Maccabi Tel Aviv, they both are also not doing good. I mean, there were expectations from my side that Dynamo KIV as well as Maccabi Tel Aviv doing good, but they haven't. So this is the Europa League table. Hoffenheim is at 17th, Roma at 18th. FC Porto with this loss will move to the 19th position. But yes, you have to be in the top 24. And just let me tell you guys that in the new fixtures which we have made, that previous video, I mean that video is on the playlist where you can check about the total fixtures, what is going to happen, what is the total detail, what are the total details about the new fixtures of the UEFA Champions League, Europa League as well as the Conference League, the new formats being played. I mean, those teams who are not performing good in the table, but you don't need to worry because to be in the top 24, you have to get a maximum of 12 points. That is a safe place to be to get in the top 24 out of the total 36 teams. That is what is desired because after this, the home and away matches will begin after the playoffs, which will be in between the number 19th to number 24th. That will be the decider playoffs, which will be done. After that, it will be the top 16. That will be one home and one away. But to qualify in the top 24 of the Champions League or the Europa League or the Conference League, you have to get a maximum of 12 points, and that will be just suited. You can make that. This is what the numbers game is this season for the UEFA. So yes, with that on that respect, definitely you have to get those wins because if United get this win, then with a goal difference, damn, they are not having any goal difference. Yes, with this they will definitely go to the 14th position if they get a win over here. So it will be a safe side for United at least to be in the top 24. But yes, if you have to go for the top 8 positions, then definitely you will need to have the numbers round about 15 to 16 points. You have to get at least to be. So yes, 16 point means that you have to get at least 5 wins and a draw out of your 8 games. That is a huge aspect. That is a huge. Lazio and Ajax from here as well as Galatasaray. No, Lazio from here will definitely move to the top 8. But Ajax, Galatasaray, Frankfurt, Athletic, Anderlecht, Tottenham, FCSB up to number 8, they have to get that one more win plus a draw. That will give them their positions. This is what is in concise what is happening in the UEFA table this season. Whew. That is United and PAOK. So yes guys, I will also take a just 1 minute break and I will be back with this streaming aspect, and yes, do stay tuned to it. We will have those moments and those talks. And yes guys, those of you who are watching the stream, do give us those like, those share and those subscribe moments. So yes, do stay tuned. I will be just back in 1 minute. I will also take a break over here. Oh, what is United doing? I don't know what will happen this season. scene has just moved on. I have to make changes. So yes, the second half is still not underway, and we have to wait for the players to come to the pitch to get those performances. But can United get that goal? I mean, such a type of player with only 59% of possession. Just look at it, the position which they have got 59%, but yes, all of missed passes and all of those, I mean, shots not to the nets, far off from the post. How can United get a goal? If United gets a goal from here, they will be damn lucky that they have got their win. All of these stats, they are looking disastrous. Not being able to just outplay a team from Greece who has come to play the Europa League. Whereas Chelsea, who are playing in the Conference League, just look at their performance. They have scored 6 goals, and yes, Chelsea are doing good in the Premier League table as well. Just look at what Chelsea is doing. They are at the number 4th of the PL table. They are looking good, but 7 points behind Liverpool. Arne Slot is doing so good. City getting their loss, their back-to-back losses has just downgraded them to the second spot. But Liverpool, take my words, guys, in the first half of the season, Liverpool always does good. I mean, every time Liverpool goes to that edge in the first half, but in the second half of the season, they look losing away points like anything. So this is what is necessary, because team is having that new characteristics, new characters, new formations, new playing abilities. Not much of changes, but yes, then also Arne Slot has done good for that team. Aston Villa with that loss has dropped to the 6th. Tottenham has crawled up the positions the last 2 weeks to the 7th. But look at Nottingham Forest. I mean, they were on the verge of relegation the previous season. They are on the number 3rd. Newcastle, Brentford, then comes number 13 is Manchester United, whereas West Ham, who did so good in the previous season, now they are at the 14th. 3 wins. United with 3 wins and West Ham with 3 wins, whereas Leicester with 2 wins. Southampton, Ipswich, and as well as the Wanderers are on the verge of extinction. Ooh. Much of changes being seen in the Premier League this season with the arrival of new managers. But yes, this is what is going on between Manchester United, and the game has just started. And yes, guys, those of you who want to have those links can join our Discord. The link is available there, and the Discord description is given in the channel as well as in the video. That is Amad Diallo. What a chance that was. No, but that pass was a bit overpowered. So yes, the game has started at Old Trafford, and things are looking to crop up, where PAOK are looking a bit aggressive in their gameplay. That is Mazaroi, Garnacho to the left wings. Dalot is there. Dalot, will he take that scoring opportunity? No, trying to find Bruno Fernandes in the midfield, but that was a block. Yes, now I think some sort of improvement is looking in the passes from Garnacho. At least a good pass he has made. PAOK are defending too good, guys. PAOK are defending too good. They are making those moves which are quite required. No substitutions being made by both the managers, and they have stuck to their first lineup in the second half as well. No substitutions by both of them. That is Garnacho to the left wings. Will he go for that cross? No. What a waste. That is a waste. I mean, why is Garnacho not holding that ball for long? Why is he always so eager to give those passes or go for those shots? Take your composure, take your time. Cross, Diallo, no, denied. Mazroi, thank God. Lindelof trying to change the wings, but in the end, that was some sort of my mistake. That was Ugarte. Mazrui to Amad Diallo, but who is in the midfield to take those passes? Look at the positioning of Ugarte. He is staying so deep. Amad Diallo made his mark in his debut appearance for United as well as in the undergraduate academy. He is such a brilliant player, but playing with the United players, he has also become some sort of like that only. Only that is the player from United in this game. Apart from Casemiro, he has been looking decent. But yes, Johnny Evans and Roloff in the defensive aspects, they are doing good. They are really doing good. Garnacho is not even being able to just dribble past a single player. Bruno Fernandes chips it. That is Diallo inside the net. That is the first goal United has got. Thank to God. Look what I was saying. I was saying that Diallo is the man who is going to contribute for it, and it has just happened. Thank God United has scored. At least not a draw or a defeat over here against PAOK. Van Nistelrooy must be having so proud of it. What the referee is taking for some VAR. Amad Diallo is the man I was just talking about in the break, in the interval time, that he is the player who is going to contribute. And yes, look at it, what he has done. Fernandes go on for that far post. Diallo gets that header for Holland, but no, that was straight into the nets. Was that a touch from Holland? No, Holland hasn't touched it, so no chances of offside. And yes, Diallo was onside. Thank God that defender didn't get a touch to it. That is the goal United has got. Thanks to Van Nistelrooy and his capabilities and what he is giving this team, the feedbacks, the boost, all the steroids which are at the Old Trafford. Now go for the second goal, guys. It is much needed. At least win by 3 goals. Defense is looking strong for United for the past 3 matches, but on the attacking aspects, mishap from Garnacho were seen. But yes, Amad Diallo with that contribution gets it so good. So what is in store for PAOK? Are they going to concede more, or they are going for those comebacks or the equalizer? He is inside the box. Zivkovic. Was that a touch from Dalot? No. That was a left footer which POK tried, but nowhere near the post. No worries for Nana. Good performance from Dalot, getting those interceptions. And let me tell you one thing more, guys, that this player from PAOK, Despodov, he is a goal scoring machine. Bakayoko in the midfields, Despodov, I mean, they are still not in the first lineup. Definitely some kind of substitutions which Lucescu, I mean, the manager of POK, will make, and that is the moment to wait for, because this player Despodov, he is a goal scoring machine from POK. That is Anthony seeing warming up on the lines. No, that was Martinez. So yes, Van Nistelrooy is going to strengthen up the defense in the substitutions, or is he going for those attacking movements? Because Mason Mount is in the squad, Rashford is seen warming up on the sidelines, Zigzag is there, Antony is there, Ericsson can be an option in the midfield. So yes, options are coming for Manchester United, as well as Lenny Yoro is back on the training ground and he has been performing those training sessions at United, but the chances of Malaysia as well as Luke Shaw, that is needed. United must be waiting that when is Luke Shaw getting to be back from his injuries. Those are the moments United can definitely have a good squad in the formation. Why is Ugarte looking so depressed most of the times? I mean, talking about Ugarte, he had his transfer at United this season, but I mean, on field, Ugarte's performance, do you think that Ugarte is doing that job? Because he hasn't yet got that play time in his bag. But if given, will he perform those stints for United? Is Ugarte that capable of doing that? That is a free kick from a dangerous position. Do these players have that capability to get past the nets? That was a grounded shot, safe into the hands of Onana. No worries. That is the yellow card, the first booking of this game. No, that was Ugarte who got that card. It is Tisau Dali getting that yellow card first from POK for that challenge to Onana. So yes, not much of worries for Onana so far in this game. On the other watch alongs, Lazio is still one up, whereas Chelsea getting half a dozen of goals, 6 goals. I mean, that is huge. Some side of build up by United in the midfields. Diallo again to the right wing, going for that cross, but that wasn't near Holland. Mazure for Bruno Fernandes. Will he cross it? Yes, he has. Garnacho inside the box. Hold the ball. Don't go for the shot. Yes. The lot, man. Garnacho needs to hold that ball, man. Garnacho doesn't need to go for those shots. He must take the possession, hold the ball, stay inside the box, and give it to the other players for those scoring opportunities. Because Garnacho, if he is just going for those shots, he's so childish. I mean, baby shots he just delivers. That is a foul. It must be given. Yes. Talking about the referee in this game, the referees have done the decision good. Lindelof with that build up. It is Dalo again. Get that second goal. No, denied. Some sort of clinical aspects from Dalo would have just yielded that second goal. But look at the speed of those POK players. They are looking so fast. I mean, their centre backs are matching up with the speed of Diallo as well as Garnacho and Holland in the attacks. POK players are definitely having a good speed, guys. And it is just 58 minutes. United with that cross, Bruno taking it. No. Oh, Mazraoui and Diallo staying at the defensive aspects. Bruno Fernandes to Holland. Holland trying to just get a cut in. But good defense. That is from POK again. Garnacho inside the box, dribbling. Get that shot. When are you scoring that? A penalty. What? That is a corner? Garnacho heading a fall inside the box. Was that a penalty moment? Yes, that was a touch to his leg. Why a VAR is not being taken? Just look at it. That is a good composure which can be seen from Garnacho. Oh, Casemiro has found Bruno Fernandes. Will he go for that shot? No. Why from the left foot, guy? Go for those right footers. That is your strong feet. Van Nistelrooy must be eager to make those substitutions because it is already 60 minutes into the gameplay and some of their players are looking a bit tired. Fresh legs is required, and that is Martinez, Rashford. Two substitutions that can be seen from the Manchester United lineup. 60 minutes of gameplay are over. So Van Nistelrooy, what are his appointments in the second half at Old Trafford? You got a to Mazrui, but that is a missed pass. Diallo, Fernandes, Garnacho is there speeding away, but that is a missed pass from Bruno Fernandes. So yes, in this game, if you talk about Bruno Fernandes, he has got that assist. I mean, you can tell that he is decent, but what are the expectations from Bruno Fernandes at Old Trafford? If you look at that level of performance, he hasn't done that. Ugarte, on the other hand, has been a disaster, especially in the midfields. And for the past three games, he has been a regular under Van Nistelrooy. But Ugate's performance needs to be evaluated, and there has been some sort of news that Ugarte needs to change from Old Trafford so early. So yes, Lisandro Martinez, Rashford, and Ericsson can be seen for those substitutions. What are the players Van Nistelrooy going to sacrifice? That will be definitely Ugarte from the midfield for Ericsson, but from the likes of Garnacho as well as those of Amad Diallo, he has got Rashford coming in. But from the defensive aspects, who is Lisandro Martinez going to just get those substitutions? Garnacho staying down for those defensive aspects. The left midfields, United formation is looking deep down in their defense because they need those fresh legs to come into play. Can POK get those scoring? That is a scoring opportunity. Damn, he missed it. He was in an open space inside the box. This is the play. This is that place where the United defense had looked vulnerable, and that was such a good chance. But that is a miss from POK. United players, overall, if you say they are having that one goal advantage, but about the team overall, I won't say that they are doing good. Thank God Garnacho is being substituted. But what that is, Rashford, who hasn't yet got a goal, is coming on to make his mark. And talking about this silly play of Garnacho, who has got two goals at least in the Premier League. But Rashford is going to make his mark. So yes, Ericsson also coming in. So that was a good prediction we made. Ugarte for Ericsson, Garnacho for Rashford. But what is Lisandro Martinez? Who has he substituted? Oh my God, Diego Dalot has been substituted. So Martinez is going to stay on the left backs. That is the knee playing position which Van Nistelrooy will try to get evaluated. Because that is the place where POK were seen making those build-ups from the right wings. Diallo inside the box, Bruno, but that touch was a bit heavy. Is there some sort of substitution from the visitors over here? POK hasn't yet made some. Yes, there are two substitutions being made. They have also got those substitutions quite at the right time. So yes, bringing in Lisandro Martinez to the left backs. The POK team are looking bit fragile from their attacks, and it is Rashford who will move from the right wings. That is what Van Nistelrooy has brought in with those substitutions. POK trying to get inside the box, but defensive aspect of Martinez as well as Johnny Evans from those left backs are doing good. That is what was needed, and what a good substitution with such players. Van Nistelrooy is definitely doing his job too good. The substitutions he has made, they are really doing those critical job which POK were trying to get those build-ups. Only a one goal lead can be a bit dangerous. They have to go for those second goals, but they are looking a bit reluctant in those attacking aspects. Bruno Fernandes calling on Holland to get for those pressing moments. So yes, United is not going for those high centre back lineups. They are quite decent. And talking about Lindelof and Johnny Evans, both of them are doing that job good, especially from the defensive aspects. But much of expectations need to be from them because Old Trafford definitely demands more. Mazraoui with that tackle, is the referee going to show some card? What is the name of this player? His name is Baba. Baba with that tackle. That was a good chance which POK has just wasted. I mean, just look at it. So yes, Bakayoko and Chalov, the two substitutions for POK, but still Despodov will make his move. He is that player who is quite critical and he has got those scoring numbers in his bag this season. Despodov hasn't yet been made that substitution. Rashford and Martinez staying on the left backs and left wings. Ericsson is also on the left part of the midfield. Rashford to Martinez, Johnny Vance, Lindelof, Onana. Onana goes for Rashford. Yes, Rashford has got a touch to it. Bruno. That is what Bruno Fernandes is making bad out of here. He is expecting Casemiro to stay on those attacking midfields, but that will be a disaster. He must go for Ericsson. Some sort of playmaking as well as tactical capabilities of the players is evident in this game. They are searching for those wrong players at the wrong moment and at the wrong time. Corner, POK, but that is a deflection. Mazraoui has got that interception to it. Diallo speeding away. Holland is there, but POK are defending good. At least against United, POK are doing a good defensive job. So United players taking some sort of rest in their pressing and they are not just covering up those places, they are staying deep in their defense. Talking about the other games, Chelsea had scored another goal, seventh goal in their bag. That came from Nkunku. Nkunku must have been the substitution. Whereas Lazio and FC Porto, they both are just drawn level with one goals. These are the three matches which we are having the watch along as well. And yes, guys, those of you who are watching this stream, do give us those like as well as subscribe moments. POK fans are looking desperate for their team to get a goal, whereas the Old Trafford fans at the United Stand, they must be looking for those second goals to go home singing their song. But if POK gets that equalizer, it will be too harsh. I mean, talking about Van Nistelrooy, he has done his job so good. Talking about the substitutions, talking about the first lineup, but it is the players who are not being able to perform. Look at Holland, how many touches he has got in this game. He is the number 9 of the squad. I mean, look at his jersey number. Holland is wearing, Holland is getting that number 9 in the squad. He is in that striking position. Calm down, son. That is Old Trafford. That is must be Lisandro Martinez saying to those visitors. But yes, upon the substitution of Martinez on the left backs, that playmaking from the right wings of PAOK, it has just sunken up and dried up. Very good substitution from Van Nistelrooy. But Ericsson in the midfields with Casemiro. Ericsson must go for those passes. Rashford has become, I mean, he was such a great player, Rashford. Talking about him, looking at him from the United Academy, this player was a marvel, but unfortunately, he has turned so disheartening. So, yes, two more substitutions seen from the visitors. That is the midfield they are talking about. Yes, in the midfield, two more substitutions. Onana trying to find Amar Diallo. Yes, he has Mazroi too. I mean, if you talk about the right back aspects of Mazroi to perform in big matches, I would say that in the defensive aspects, if he is staying high up on the pitch, Mazroi is not that to be taken into consideration. I mean, just losing away Van Bissaka from the right backs and getting Mazroi, that was a bad decision which United made. 14 shots being taken by United, but in the first half it was disastrous. Only 3 shots were taken, but in the second half they have got those chances converted. So good tactical approach from Van Nistelrooy with this sinking team. Bruno to Ericsson. Look at Mazrui where he is standing. I mean, neither he is going for those attacks, neither he is just going for those defensive aspects. Diallo with that shot, that is the second goal. What I'm talking about, this Amar Diallo is the player. I was saying that Amar Diallo, he can make those moves and he has done it. He is the sole player from United in this game. He is performing. Apart from that, I can't see any other players doing that good. That is the only player in the squad who has made the difference for these two goals apart from Amar Diallo. None of the players have performed their best. Yes, only the two centre backs, Evans. What a shot! Yes, only the two centre back, Evans and Inodov, have done their performances good. But from the attacking aspects, Amad Diallo is the only player who has just shown his performance, and it is with his first assist. That was the first goal, and what a class second goal this is from him. Van Nistelrooy is having a good time. Thank God, not much worries for him. Good approach in the substitutions, especially to talk about this sinking team. With such sinking players, Van Nistelrooy performing on this is definitely a good approach. Definitely a good approach by him. All the mistakes which were made by Ten Hag, as well as some of the contributions are there from Ineos as well. But United is definitely building up good. Get one more goal, guys. Get one more goal. One more goal is needed. That will be a good victory, and the fans can go home singing their song. Goals are needed because scoring has been the deficit of United this season. If they get the scoring well, they will again rise back. Look at the positioning of Mesroy, where he is staying. I mean, he is looking out of his breath. He needs some kind of energy booster. And it is the same for Amar Diallo. He is also looking some kind of cramp in his legs. There are options that Anthony can make. Mason Mount is also back from injuries. Zigze is there, but it all depends on Van Nistelrooy. What is he going to do with this squad? Yeah, they will be damn lucky that they. Yes, the audio quality is good, video quality is good, everything is looking decent over here. Talking about the other matches which are going on, just have a look. Lazio is drawing against Porto. Ooh, Porto are level draws against Lazio, where Chelsea has been scoring again in the second half as well. There were 6 goals in the first half, and in this second half, they have scored two more goals in the second half for Chelsea, and it is they have also got a penalty, 8 goals. Can Chelsea get their 10 goals? Can Chelsea get 10 goals in this game? Just look at this scoring, guys. I mean, Chelsea is doing those type of dominance. They have got those 8 goals. Nkunku scoring twice after the substitutions and as well getting a penalty. Oof! Haha! What a game Chelsea is having. Stamford Bridge is not sinking down, 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 and down. Stamford Bridge is not sinking down, down, and down. But yes, Lazio and Porto are drawn levels at the Stadio Olimpico, the home ground of Lazio. And yes, United under Van Nistelrooy, they have got their two goals, and definitely the United fans will go home singing their song, celebrating it, and raising their toast. But can Chelsea get their 10 goals of this Europa League? That will be a record. Has Chelsea scored more, 8 goals in Europa League prior to this? What a save that was! Just look at that save. So yes, PAOK are now opening up in their defense. They are going for those counter aspects, but the last save by that goalkeeper, what is his name, Kotarski, doing that save, that was stunning. So again, a substitution being made by PAOK. Is he that Demandov? What was his name? I've just forgot his name. Oh yes, Despodov has made his mark to the ground. In the 75th minutes, Despodov is a goal scoring machine from PAOK. Don't deny him. You have to deny him those opportunities. Despodov is really a goal scoring machine. So yes, Shorete, the player, he is from the United Academy, and he was on loan to Wanderers, back to United, and now to PAOK. So Shola Shoretar is on the substitution from the United Academy, playing against the legendary Van Nistelrooy at the United stand. What a moment! And the fans are really appreciating him because he is from the United Academy. That is a yellow card. Who has got? Damn, Casemiro gets that booking. Why going for those challenges, Casemiro? Don't do it. Don't lose away these silly points. 85 minutes on the clock, 5 minutes plus stoppage time left. What more can the United fans expect with such a sinking team? And thanks to Van Nistelrooy just using his players so good in the second half and getting those chances converted, especially to talk about Amar Diallo, the man who did it, and he performed so well. Definitely, Manchester United attackers need a change. They need a change, or at least a new sort of characters to be just embedded into them. If Ramon Amorim is going to play with this same squad, and if Ruben Amorim is not going to play with this, he is going to change. He is definitely going to bring some of the players. That will be a good watch to look. But for this season, apart from the EFL or the Carabao, I don't see much expectations in the Europa League if you want them to perform, but that has to be too good. Because in this table, if you talk of the Europa League table, just have a look over here. With this win, United has crawled up to the 15th position with 4 games. That is a first win for United at the Europa. But the top 8 table, where there are teams who are so close to their points, and if this goes in the second half, in the rest of the 4 matches, That will be difficult for United to crawl up to the 8th position because they have got just 6 points, 2 draws, 3 draws, 1 win. So it is equivalent to 2 wins, and this is the 2 goals, which is the goal difference they will be celebrating. So yes, maintain this goal difference at least, not concede any more goals, and the rest 4 games you have to play if you qualify for the top 8, good, or you have to go for those playoffs. That is what is left. Just have a look, guys, over here. The table which is standing over here is that Anderlecht with that win moving to the top. Ajax second. Lazio drawing has dropped down to the third. If Lazio gets that win, they will move to the top again. Galatasaray with that win to the fourth. Frankfurt got a win today. Tottenham has dropped down, just a loss. Tottenham was at the top of the table, and just a single loss had made them to drop down to the 7th position. Just look at it. Europa League is too close to just get a loss. Whereas United, with this victory and a goal difference of 2 with 6 points, will move to the 15th. So it will be too difficult to get into the top 8 positions because there is the difference of only 3 points where the top 8 teams are there, and only a 1 point difference. Just look at it, from the number 9th to the number 24th. There is a difference of again 3 points, very close. So United must not go for any losses anymore. It can be disastrous for the rest 4 of the games. But yes, it is not a much deal because, guys, in the UEFA League, this new format, we have a full detailed video of how the total league table is going to end up, the fixtures, the home games, the away games, what are the advantages, and especially to talk about of all these 72 matches being played, only 25 home games had their losses, whereas the rest 47 home teams got their win. That is huge. Talking about the UEFA matches, the Champions League, Conference League, there were set of 2 matches, but now only a single game, either home or away. Rashford into the box. Dang it, miss it. Why don't you pass it? Just look at that. Zigzag gave it to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno went for Rashford, but Rashford tried for that right foot touch. Was that close? No, that wasn't even close. 4 minutes of stoppage time being added. Can the United get one more goal? Because goal difference will be too critical at the end of this league table. Good defensive aspects from Lindelof and Evans, but that is not what is needed at United. The level of performance which the Old Trafford fans definitely need for them is more. But then also, apart from their sleeky and sluggy performance in the first half of their Premier League season, this performance is decent. At least not conceding a goal and winning by 2. But get that third goal, guys. 2 minutes of stoppage time left. Zigzag making his pressing, but United has to make that from their attacking positions. They have to make the visitors commit mistakes. That is not happening. Yes, United are just working hard for those passes, for those build-ups, for those counters, but the pressing which is needed by the attacking players to get the opposition, I mean the visitors, to commit those mistakes, that is not happening. This player, the number 47 from the United Academy, making his mark onto the field. Shola Solitaire. Fans were cheering for him, and that was the good moment which PAOK might have had in this game. But in the first half, they were looking for those scoring opportunities. They had those shots as well, and they were just getting those numbers more than United. But in the second half, Van Nistelrooy definitely had those substitutions, tricky ones, good ones, what was needed, the time, I mean, at that hour, what was the requirement, he just fulfilled it. And it was just the performance of Amad Diallo which just helped United to get these two goals. Apart from that, the attackers, I mean, no way they were near the goals, especially the likes of Garnacho, Holland, all of them. 4 minutes over, and the referee is going to blow the whistle. Yes, he has a decent performance, and Van Nistelrooy has got his second win out of his 3 games. One draw with Chelsea, that is what he wasn't expecting. That game United played definitely good, and they would have just asked for a win at that game also. So yes, that is all for today, guys. We had a good watch along of 2 games back to back, and definitely for tomorrow there are matches we will be having from the La Liga. Real Madrid facing Osasuna, but yes, for today we will be having the compilation video of the Champions League as well as the Europa League. We will be uploading it tomorrow morning, so stay tuned to it. And on the weekends there is big games coming on. We will be having the watch along of those as well. So stay tuned to it, guys. United getting this win, Van Nistelrooy getting this win. It is a huge moment, and yes, he is trying to build up the team fresh again. But Ruben Amorim is definitely going to take up this team very soon. So we will be having those transfers in the window, in the January windows very soon. And yes, we will hope much from the United players as well as the fans, as well as their managers, as well as Ineos to do much into it. So yes, thank you guys. Those of you who had a watch of it, do give us those like, share, and subscribe moments. It definitely gives a boost to us. And yes, United fans do have a comeback. Without the United fans in the Champions League, it definitely seems very much unpleasant. So yes, much comeback is needed. Stay tuned, and yes, bye bye. Good night.